Alright guys, welcome to the Media Hijack Podcast. I'm your host, Billy Walters, and joining me is Chris Unholy Jesus.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back,
Guys, to another episode of the Media Hijack, episode 134.
Yes, sir.
Tonight's main topic, we'll be talking about the quest for immortality. If you're ever curious about living forever, tonight will be the night you guys will learn how to do that.
Yes, we have many attempts throughout human history on what people have done to try to reach immortality. We're gonna go over that.
Don't take us serious, but we'll get you almost there.
Yeah, we're gonna try.
Nobody really knows how.
No, nobody. Not yet.
If we do, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, true.
We'll be locked up in a cage.
That's true.
In Chicago.
If we did it.
Right next to the Hadron Collider. All right, before we start, if you guys want to buy some official Media Hijack t-shirts, head over to the MediaHijack.com. Grab you an official Media Hijack t-shirt. I have one on today.
I like it. I actually thought that was a whole hoodie at first.
I don't know why we don't have hoodies, but I should write a note down to put hoodies on the site. Also, if you guys want to join us on Reddit, you can visit our Reddit community, just like our boy Rojam. He's on our Reddit.
Was that who I was talking to last week?
I think it was.
I talked to somebody on Reddit last week.
Might be Rojam.
It was the ghost face in
the ghost face in the building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, nice to meet you, Rojam.
From YouTube to Twitch and then to our Reddit.
Hey, man. I love it.
You made the full circle.
Yes.
We love fans.
The trifecta.
Like we remember people in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Also, if you guys want to catch the replay for this live Twitch video, head over to our YouTube page. I usually post it the next day after the live podcast. And then don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe on our podcast audio and on our YouTube. Rate, comment, subscribe.
Oh, yeah, man. Show YouTube some love. Even though YouTube is messy right now, show some love.
Yeah, YouTube is on hard mode.
It has gotten hella difficult.
Yeah, especially for podcasters, I think it's super hard.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Because it's long content. Hard to make that exciting unless you're just putting it on in the background and just listening to it.
Yeah, while you cleaning or taking a shit or, painting.
Rojam says, immortality always reminds me that everyone dies twice. Once when your heart stops, and the last time someone says your name.
That's true. That is true.
That's when
deep.
You die. That's when you die in the spirit world. When people forget your name. That's when you lose like the tether to this world.
When people forget about you.
Yeah, just like that.
That's true immortality.
That one movie. It was like, I don't know if it's Pixar, but it was like an animated movie. When people were forgetting that dude's name, like the last relative was about to die, and then like he slowly disintegrates from the spirit world too.
What movie is this?
Because people forget about him. I think it's like, I don't know the name, but it's a Mexican like animated. It looks like the Pixar movies.
I know what you're talking about. I've never seen.
It's like Coco.
I've never seen it, but
like
I heard it was good though.
It was good. Really good. It's heartwarming.
We need more of that.
Heartfelt. All right, getting into the main topic with Chris Unholy, quest for immortality.
Oh, did you want to do the rock first? Or
let's do
the rock.
We have a small story about this rock that was found in Congo.
Yes, Republic of Congo, man.
So what's like the title? Like, what's the main thing about this rock before I show the video real quick?
Okay, so the issue, like the thing that came up with the rock is that on Saturday, January 21st, the Twitter handle Africa Archives shared a video where two men can be seen demonstrating a discovery of these rocks, right? And electric rocks can be seen sparking when they're touched against each other. And they actually are able to power up a light bulb because they contain an energy source type of...
So they found like these rocks in Congo that was able to give off like an electric current and then light up like one of these LED lights.
Yes.
And I have a video for you guys.
Yes.
For you audio people, you guys can come visit our YouTube.
Yes.
So, be my pen.
That little rock. Looks like any ordinary rock. You can tell he's been mining because look at his hands.
Oh yeah, that's the miner hands.
Okay.
And you can tell it's recent too.
Tosha.
That's an LED bulb.
Tia.
This ain't old.
Très bien. Ça. Tosha. Tia. Okay.
Now, I actually got that translated, and
really?
What he was saying was All right, now release that cable. Now put the cable back on. We have light. Release. Put the cable back on.
I believe you. I want to believe you, so I'm going to believe you.
Yeah, I made that up, but I'm pretty sure that he was saying something in that range.
So, are we live? Just go. All right.
Yeah,
and
yeah, so in that video, it just shows him like with a light bulb that's connected to two wires and just making a closed circuit with that rock that they found in Congo.
Yes.
So that little piece of rock was giving off natural energy.
Some type of energy, man. And I went down a rabbit hole after I actually stumbled across this on Twitter. And then, of course, as soon as I saw it, I thought about you. I was like, oh, shit. Like, this is some Billy needs to see this. And so this rock that they wound up finding out, this is a rock that's being, actually, this rock itself.
In the chat, he says element 115.
Hey, yo, for real. That's
that Bob Lazar shit.
Yeah. So this video wound up going viral back on the 21st. And it was picking up steam, and obviously throughout the internet, everyone was saying
of January.
Yeah, this is like new.
Damn.
But the thing is, though, this isn't a new thing, though. There's been companies that's been mining from this place for years, and Tesla is one of the companies too that's been getting these type of rocks being used, I guess, within their product.
Batteries.
Yeah, why not?
Is it like cobalt or something?
Yeah, it's like cobalt and what was it?
That shit is hard to mine.
Yes, but this is like the perfect spot for it. It says with the rocks in the area, and the reason why like the area has like as a huge resource of like different type of rocks like cobalt, gold, and all like just very good minerals for like conducting electricity and whatnot and making them into wires and everything, is because it's actually connected to obviously to the Congo River, which is the second largest river in the world, next to the Nile, and that water is actually all in the soil, all in that shit. So it's the water itself, not the land, really. It's the water that actually
it contains all the energy.
All whatever it is, man. It's the water itself, and
makes sense.
And apparently, and when I started looking more stuff up about the Republic of Congo, and even though it's a country that it's rich with like minerals and resources and whatnot, it kind of backfires on the country because it's gone through like all these type of like civil wars throughout centuries, because it's always either getting pillaged for its resources, or when people of the Congo Republic actually take over, they're kind of like selling out its own people to mine it, because it uses like child labor too to get these rocks. So the more I went down this rabbit hole, I'm like, okay, this is cool, but
probably like teenagers, huh?
The children, like kids,
like 13.
Like I saw a picture of a child like on his like sitting on his ass and like just picking out the rocks out the ground. Like
he
had to be like 10.
Yeah, that's like the crazy thing about like this whole movement with the electric cars and stuff. Like I don't think people are thinking like where are they getting like the stuff to make these batteries.
Nobody's thinking that far ahead, man. Nobody.
And you gotta think about like, okay, there has to be like they're getting more resources from something else now. Now they're mining for different resources for these rechargeable batteries.
Oh yeah.
Can't have nothing, right? Unless you have machines that run off of air.
That's about it. But unless you got an air fryer, I don't know what else is going to run off of air.
Yeah, because these electric cars, like if you think about it, is it really the thing that helps Earth go green?
I would say more than fuel. I guess more than fossil fuel. I would say fossil fuel would be.
But it would probably take like still you still probably got to use gas to mine stuff like to make the stuff for the batteries.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know the details.
Yeah, I'm not even sure.
Don't come at me.
But I see what you're saying. Like, what are they going to use? What type of fuel are they going to use?
Yeah.
To get this resource, like it's got to be.
Here's another thing I don't even think people even thought of. I'm pretty sure they have, but those batteries don't last forever. So, okay, when a battery goes out, like in a Tesla car, right? How do you recycle stuff like this?
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's a lot of batteries that has to go through. Like, how do you recycle it? And that's a big battery.
Yeah,
too.
how do you?
It's a big boy battery.
How would you get rid of it? It's got to be
like, is there like an efficient way to get rid of like batteries like that?
Like a specific drop off point. Like, hey, go to.
Like, how would you like dispose of it? Then, turn it back into something back in
to another battery.
Yeah.
Just-
Or I don't know. How do you break it down?
is there a delivery man that can come pick it up and then take it back to
Yeah, but where did they take it? How did they dispose of it? That's the thing.
take it back to space?
Because you know how like plastic, you can take plastic and then you can break
get
plastic
recycled.
down.
Yeah, you
and
can use,
but how do you recycle down like a used battery? That's why they say don't throw batteries in trash. Meanwhile, all of Americans are putting batteries in plastic bags and just throwing it out.
Oh man, I threw a whole car battery away like a month ago.
Damn, you said that live.
The biggest battery.
Live on Twitch.
I mean, because I was like, I don't know what to do with this big thing. I was like, this shit's heavy. It don't work. But I know this. I think you can. If my mom hears this, she will be mad. She's like, why don't you take it to AutoZone?
Get in the zone.
That's the first thing she would say.
Yeah.
But I didn't have time to go to AutoZone.
Same like with oil.
Yeah.
Road Jam says, but the electricity is made with coal. Nuclear is most efficient and clean.
Yes. Also, too, Congo is fun fact. What I learned about the Republic of Congo, because it's a place that has so many resources. I think it was during World War II or One, which one it was. Most of the shell casings that was used on guns, like 70% of them, that metal came from the Republic of Congo. It was mined to make the shell casings and bullets and stuff.
Congo just got all the good
They
stuff.
got all the stuff, man. And it's been,
But
man,
the
people
is like worn, torn, and
the people suffer for it though, because now they're getting forced into labor to keep the shit going. And when I was reading the history about the Republic of
are
Congo,
they really forced though, or is that one of the
no,
main
a lot of
places
it's
to do work?
A lot of it's forced, man. Because Africa has this weird thing of it's a revolving door of like, it's even the Republic of Congo of who is running the show, who's running the government there, and it's usually somebody abusing their power and whatnot. And they've had issues throughout history with like rulers coming in and then starting wars amongst the people or this, that, and the third, and abusing labor. And one of the main things is like, because this country's always been used as a resource, even when you allow an African to run it himself, they still use it as like a resource and still abuses the people that live there. It's almost like the article I read about the Republic of Congo talked about how it's a gift to have all these resources, but it's a curse on the people that live there because they got to be the workforce to do it. And they ain't paying these people. But they providing all this shit to the whole world, man. So
I'm sure they're paying them, but not at like the amount you would think.
The pictures I saw, I was like, man, they ain't paying these people shit. So, but
well, if you think about it, that's how like the world is. Like,
yeah, a lot of people
like the harder you work, the less you get.
Yeah, that's the workforce, man. It's like when you hear about sweatshops and Apple phones and shit. It's like, hey,
I would think those Apple
labor
guys that make the Apple phones get paid a lot because that's not easy.
I know there's a type of gold in the phones, right? Did they say it's
all electronics has gold?
Yeah, but they come from like real poor countries over that gold. I guess I don't know, but there was a very interesting ring about this rock. They, of course, the internet was like, and like some people who were like rock experts had to come out and say this is not vibranium. Vibranium is not real, and I think everybody understands that. Like vibranium's
like
duh, no shit, we know because
then you pull out a vibranium. This don't exist.
Yeah, because the article I was reading, I was explaining this, kept repeating like this is not vibranium. People were like, okay, we're just trying to like make something that we recognize,
right?
And just put it like
no shit,
we get it. This is like the 4-year-old way of us explaining it to ourselves.
And if there is something like that exists, you guys didn't make it officially.
I ain't giving them.
You guys didn't put that on the periodic table.
I ain't giving no cool name.
Fucking element 115 ain't even on the periodic table, is it? Or did they just recently recognize it as like an element?
It's always been an element, but do they recognize it?
According to Bob Lazar, it's like a new element that's not even from this earth and shit. He talked about it like way back then, and now I think it's being recognized now on the periodic table.
Yeah, man. You do kind of see where the government is kind of leaning towards. Well, they're starting to be more open mouth about with the possibility of UFOs, and they have to because it's getting too. We all got cameras now. What do you do? They gonna keep lying.
They can't hide all.
They're gonna lie to what we. You can't lie to us about what we see.
Even the Vatican.
Yeah,
they're already acknowledging all of it. Like, here's the crazy thing with the Vatican. Like, if you look at the Pope, he has like all these like little logos like on his little robe, right? And one of the logos was actually like a depiction of like an alien on like a mound, like somewhere maybe in Peru. You know how they do those like those lines and stuff like on the side of the mountain. And there's like a big ass like outline of an alien that looks exactly like the outline of like a little logo on his little Pope vest, little Pope robe.
So the Pope was walking around looking like a NASCAR. with all these
Yeah.
these
He has like a
these
logo
sponsors.
of an alien, like a outline of an alien from like one of these places, like maybe in Peru. I can't remember.
Sponsored by Nibiru. Like, so I
Yeah.
was like, damn, you rocking with them too, Poe?
He has to.
He said, look, I have to. I didn't even choose this.
It's like this planet needs like
A
like a
representative.
leader,
Yeah.
representative. Yeah.
Somebody to speak up for humanity.
Is that it for the Congo rock before we go into the main topic?
Yeah, that was it, man. If anybody's curious, look it up. Just type in Congo Rock. It's easy to find the videos. There's 2 videos of it. Interesting shit, man. It's amazing what this earth can produce. And we need to take better care of it. It's a PSA.
Vibranium.
Vibranium, let's go.
Before we start, I got tie my shoes real quick. Be right back, guys.
Hold on.
And we're back. Main topic, guys. Quest for Immortality, sponsored by Chris.
All right.
Brought to you by Chris.
Let me get my notes back up. All right. All right, guys. Tonight's topic, we're going to be talking about the quest for immortality. So, throughout human history, it's probably since humans realized that you can die,
Which was the beginning.
the very beginning of time, that we've always been trying to strive to either live more or live forever. Case in point with like modern medicines and technologies, humans are living. I remember seeing back in the day where people in the Middle Ages and whatnot would die at like 30, 35. That would be considered old. And now people are living to like 60s, 70s, 80s, shit, sometimes the hundreds now. All because we're learning different techniques and medicine and whatnot on how, and healthy eating as well too, on how to live longer. But there was always been people throughout history.
Jenny Craig.
Jenny Craig. Or what I heard somebody mention this the other day, which I haven't heard since the early 2000s, the Atkins diet.
Atkins diet.
That's the old school of, I think it's like cutting out carb and shit. And
the one I always know was Jenny Craig.
Jenny Craig was
Or
a big
Slim
one.
Fast.
Slim Fast. Jenny Craig and Slim Fast, man. And so, there's nothing wrong with that. I understanding we should be able to live longer if we want to eat healthier and whatnot. I think it should be strived for.
Yeah, I heard like back then, like in biblical times, people were living like way past like 100
Could be.
easily.
Could be.
Because it was something different before, like
That food.
I'll talk about it later, but this has something to do with genetic modifications.
Okay.
But I'll let you continue.
Yeah. So just without human, but like I said, like throughout humanity, we've all strived to either live longer, and in order to do that, we gotta live healthier. But there's always been people throughout history that always want to take it to the extreme of they ain't trying to leave at all. They trying to stay
Why?
here to the end, and they've tried different things. And mainly the people that usually try to, I think it's because you don't want to leave your riches behind. Because most people that make these attempts for immortality are wealthy people.
Yeah.
Kings,
I can understand.
emperors. Because like, and I was reading something before, just trying to understand why these people are throughout history were making these attempts to be immortal. It comes down to where they feel like they've conquered the world, so now they want to conquer death. Because sometimes you get rich, you get bored. You're like, damn, I've done it all. What's the most extreme thing I can like take over next? Can I be president of the United States? Can I be whatever? It's always like a next step to
Can I live forever?
to push this simulation to the limit. If you like, that's always like it as they're trying to push it to the limit. So yeah,
Or just like maintain like the youngness. You know?
the youthfulness, and I get it. I mean, you get older, you move slower. It hurts. Shit, man. I sneezed the other day. I felt like my back. I almost blew my back out.
Damn.
I was like, oh fuck! Like, I just felt this pain go up my spine. It was.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, this isn't 25.
I sneezed yesterday. I thought like I snapped like
You
my
know what I'm saying?
ribs.
Sneezing
I
is
felt my
violent.
rib snap. I was like, oh shit. You know?
Sneezing is
I
violent.
felt like a
man.
little sharp pain in my rib. I was like, damn.
Is that normal?
I didn't even sneeze that hard. What's up, Sable?
Say, whoa, what's good, man?
It's my sweet baby. Yeah, I said it. Yeah. All right.
So basically, what I'm gonna do is kind of like break down like a list of. I try to make a solid list of just immortality that people have tried to reach. I'm gonna start with the most basic one. Basically, people wanting to upload themselves to the cloud. That's like
That's the basic one.
It gets crazier. That's like you
I
kind of
don't think that's like sci-fi's level.
Well, that's sci-fi level, but there's compared to other stuff where the attempts people have made throughout history. I guess this is normal for us, and this makes more sense to me. Everything else is more like the typical I'm gonna drink this and try to live forever type stuff.
Or freeze your body.
Yeah, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
This is like the more I get this. So right now, like a lot of people are actually well, not a lot of people. Let me take it back. Within a bunch of rich people right now are basically trying to reach out and grab a hold of immortality, and they want to do it through this process with this company called Nectomy, which is basically a company that is trying to understand how to harness memories, but physically. And it's a tech company, so they're trying to understand the human nervous system and how the brain works, and they want to take the memories out of it and want to be able to put it into like a chip, or what I was thinking, maybe a crystal, where they can probably insert it in something. They can relive the memories and upload it,
or a USB drive,
or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They're trying
USB-C drive.
Yes, and they were trying to do it with, because they believe that memories are actually a physical thing that you could be able to.
I think so.
You know, you'd be able to put it like on a digital level.
Because if you actually break down like your skull down, right, like right in like the center of like your skull, it's actually a little crystal.
Like right here.
Yeah.
Your third
what
eye.
They call that? Pineal gland?
Yeah, your pineal gland. Yeah. Pineal gland.
But yeah, like the company's called what? Nectomy? What?
Nectomy. Nectome.
So, what do you think? Like they're getting like these downloads like from the neck spine, for your spinal, like from your neck down.
Well, actually, no. They're trying to get it through their whole body's nervous system.
Down.
They're trying to get all the information from, because your memory is going to go like through your whole body, so touching and feeling, and it's more than just like what you see and hear. It's just like how you feel, or just everything. Everything's a memory, and they're trying to like extract that from the mind and put it in, like, just make it to a physical thing of where you can be able to put it on a cloud. And right now, up in Silicon Valley, this tech entrepreneur named Sam Altman.
I don't know that name, Sam, man. That's like a bad name.
Sam Altman has already put down a deposit of well over $10,000 to be put on a waiting list for a small startup with this company. So basically, you got some tech entrepreneurs who are investing, waiting in line because they want to be placed on this cloud. And basically, how they do it, they're basically going to put your brain in like an embalming fluid. So when your time comes that you want to be selected for this project, there is no turning back.
Put you in that sleeve.
They're going to cut your head open. They're going to take your brain out, put you in an embalming fluid, and until they figure out how to upload your memory, you're going to be just a brain in a jar. And then eventually they'll put you into like a cloud, some kind of like tech cloud or whatever, you know.
A server cloud.
And it seems like the only people that's going to be able to afford this are rich people. I mean, if you got to put down, this man's just waiting in line, and he put down 10,000.
We'll need Savo money.
Yeah, Savo, you rich, man? Come on.
Roll Jam says sounds like altered carbon.
Yes.
That's like exactly like altered carbon.
Exactly like altered carbon.
But I think altered carbon, they had it figured out like how to, up like download.
Like a slot, put it in and out. Yeah,
how to download like from your spinal.
Yeah, because just moving the brain is going to be, I think, is way too much. I know before.
Ripple Rich.
Hey. It's, with the, because I know recently too, there was a scientist. Actually, he's been around for like a couple years now, but he's trying to do like to detach the head from a human body and put it on another body, but
it didn't work, right?
Well, the guy that he had got for it at first, he was dying from a terminal illness. And then he wanted to go through the procedure, but then he backed out, like.
And then he died anyway.
Probably, I can't remember. What
Most likely,
but more likely, yeah. Because his life was already like on a ticking clock. It was already going down. He was down for it, but I think he changed his mind. And then now they're trying to get it going again, this whole project. But now they want to remove the brain itself and not just the head. But that's a whole completely different company. Netcom is trying to do like, hey, we're trying to not only just remove the brain, we're trying to upload the memories of the brain. We're trying to remove all that shit. And if you can do that, put in a robot body, man.
That's so messy.
Right? I don't even know how the hell you can harness a memory. Like, what the fuck? That's like is it an energy? Is it like how can you like?
It wouldn't be the same person
if you upload in the memory.
Because I'm thinking about it like, let's say like, our electronics right now is recording every single moment of our lives, right?
Yeah.
So it knows like our personality like to the T. Like, so
all
they have to do is just upload your file of what they know about you from all the data that they collect from all these smart devices.
Yes.
All they have to do is say, hey, like we already collected all this data while your person was alive, and we're just gonna put their their likeness of their personality
Rebuild them.
into a robot.
Rebuild them based off of
Yeah.
like the data collected.
Artificially. And then just like Chat GPT, right? You can ask the questions like, remember that one time in band camp when you stuck that flute in my beep?
And they got it
And
all.
then they're like, oh my God, that is Chris Jones. I remember that time in band camp.
Upload it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna come to that
I can see
because
that.
they're already recording all our data. So
Straight up, man. It's like I'm starting to notice like these ads they're playing right now, and it's based off of shit I've looked up. Well, I did like something a couple weeks ago just to see how these ads are gonna change. Just within my everyday life, and I started looking up like tombstones. Just try to
for no reason.
no reason. I look up tombstones.
Like just to see the price.
See what happened. Like, this is like to see prices and look up Google images, and now I'm starting to get like ads popping up for tombstones. Look,
God
I'm not
damn.
waiting for nobody to die, but I just wanted to see something because it's tracking down. I bought like some like 2 different type of toothpaste a couple weeks back, and now I'm seeing like fucking teeth ads all the time, teeth cleaning, teeth replacement, all this
Yeah.
stuff. I'm like, damn, I just bought toothpaste. Like,
Just yeah.
it makes my anxiety go up. I'm like, man, is something wrong with me? Like, I'm starting to fucking panic.
Yeah, I was testing that shit, right? Where I wasn't like typing nothing. I was just thinking about it. And I was like, let me think about something that they don't know that I even need, which is dog food. So I started thinking about dog food. Just thinking about it. I'm not even, it's just in my head.
I ain't got no dog.
Like, this is my house, like in my head. It's my house and I'm in my head. Get dog ads. Not for like dog food, but dog toys. Almost got me. So I'm like, whoa, that's already creepy.
Because
Because I don't even own a dog.
because whatever this AI is probably like, he doesn't need the food anymore. Let's see if we can get him some accessories for his dog. Let's get him to add more to it. You know what I'm saying?
Just so he can buy a dog.
Yeah, because that's what I started seeing with the ads I was getting. It wasn't the same product I was looking up. It was something to add on to it, like weird shit.
I think
man.
it knows us better than that we think we know ourselves.
But guess what? They
And
don't.
I think that we think that we did. Never mind, go ahead. I'm confusing myself.
But they don't know that you don't have a dog. That's the thing. They know enough. They know what you're doing, but not what you have.
They might show me like a cute toy to make me think like I want a dog now.
Oh, they're trying to get you to get a dog.
Yeah, they're like, hey, this would be a cool toy if I had a dog. I'd be like, I have to have a dog first. So they didn't like advertise the food because like this fool don't even got a dog. He playing us. But let's try to get him to get a dog.
so you can get the food. And
Let's
toys.
show him some cute toys. And this is all happening in the background like in milliseconds.
Mm-hmm.
The algorithm's so fucking intelligent and so smart.
Faster than what a human can do.
Jesus Christ. But if you ever get an ad where it's advertising like life insurance, you might want to count your blessings.
Yeah,
Because they probably know you're about to die.
they are.
Right?
they
If
are
you
on
see
your
like
ass.
if you see an ad for life insurance, check yourself.
Get ready.
Go to the doctor and make sure your health is okay. Because that's not an ad you want to see. That's like
No.
that's end game.
That's it. It's like, oh man,
Yeah.
they're predicting. I'm gonna head up out of here.
Save says, get a tent and stay underground. So how come lotion ads and triple X ads don't pop up on everyone?
I don't use lotion.
I think like the triple X ads, like they get it now. Like they already know like people are gonna go to these adult sites and shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Oh,
there.
that's my mom. No, we're not gonna pick up. We're gonna send her a voicemail. Let's go, 2023. I'll call her back after the show.
All right.
But yeah. Say what's his tell mama says sorry.
Sorry, man.
Sorry, mom.
But oh yeah, for the lotion ads, yeah, I don't use lotion. My hands are nice and soft. I don't need.
I used lotion today.
I do admin job. Oh no, I use lotion. Don't get me wrong. I don't need it with the triple X stuff.
Oh yeah, I don't.
I got the soft hands.
I use natural lubricant.
just right on it.
You know, guys produce natural lubricant too. You know?
We people too.
Yeah.
See what says wow.
Say, you know
what time it is.
you know what time it is.
But yeah, so back to Nectomy. Yeah, this is an actual company that's trying to extract memories to create immortality. Like, look, before I go on, a lot of these, like I said before, a lot of these attempts, I realized something with people being rich and them trying to survive, whether they got spaceships on standby to leave this earth or to stay immortal here forever, they always seem to have like enough money for an escape plan, and they're gonna leave us behind in some fashion. They're gonna With the health, even with the healthcare wise, I even got the best healthcare.
I'm cool. Let them go.
Let them leave, man. We might be better. We might be better after, man.
We'll be dead by then. But
Long
you just gotta
gone.
think of like the generation after. Like if you have kids, they have kids.
Oh my God, they be fighting in the water wars
I'd be like, hey man,
when water runs out on Earth.
you guys hold it down. I'm out. Beep.
I'm out.
I unplug my own life support.
I'm out here.
Peace out. Beep. Or get like Alexa to unplug me.
Oh, you just Alexa.
I'm
protocol.
clocking out forever. Unplug me.
Ew. All right, so that was one of the normal ones. All right, so also like another one that we're all familiar with. Rich people today are infusing themselves with blood of young people.
How are they acquiring this young blood?
So some years ago, and this is actually kind of like an old story. I'm surprised I didn't really hear too much of it, but some years back, there was a company that was trying to pay like young, like I think people underneath the age of like 25. They wanted to harvest their blood. They said they was gonna pay these kids like $4 or $5 grand. Hey, you guys come in. We're gonna take like a pint of your blood
For $4 or $5 grand?
Yeah, some shit like that.
Where are they doing it at?
No, just like
I need to go get blood.
it's not like some Silicon Valley shit.
Damn.
But yeah, they was talking about but you have to be under 25. They want like young fresh blood.
What if I lie on my ID?
I might be able to get away with it. I don't know.
They take my blood. They're like, what the fuck? There's dust in here.
What the fuck is this in the blood? It's like
This ain't young blood. This is fucking old blood.
what is sinking to the bottom of this blood? Some kind of like
What is this, 1980? The fuck is this?
it's like ew.
It got a scent to it, like it smells funny. I'd be like, whoa. What it smell like? A dying cell. You know how like old people, they got that smell?
And the dying smell.
Like their cells are dying.
Yeah.
Like literally, and you can smell it.
You can smell it. Just leaking out of them. But yeah, so this is like this is one that we within the conspiracy bubble always talk about with like blood transfusion from the youth and whatnot.
Yeah, like celebrities are doing
Celebrities
it.
and-
Athletes, like what Save was saying.
One is Peter Thiel, who is actually one of the co-founders of PayPal. He's really backing this shit up.
So he should.
And rumor has it that he has been getting injections of young blood to stay younger. I'm not
I
surprised.
bet they feel like hella good, like energized. Like you know that young energy when we were like kids. We always had energy.
Well, the health association was actually came out saying that they put out this article I was reading, and it talked about how it's unsafe to do the blood transfusion because not everybody's blood is meant to work within yourself. You know, you got to find like the perfect donor for yourself.
Yeah.
You can't just be injecting just any type of blood in you. Like for example, there was
Does this come down to like that one thing we were talking about before, like what celebrities were doing? They were getting adrenochrome.
adrenochrome. Yeah, this is kind of like
From
within
kids.
that. It is like within that ballpark. Yeah.
Like where they would scare the kid to like super fear, right? Where their fear hormones are like out there, and then they take that blood out right when their fear is like at the highest level.
Yeah, get them juices, man.
And
The fear
then
juice.
the guys, they would inject themselves with adrenochrome like through. This is all like, I guess sci-fi.
Yeah.
Like it's not supposed to be real, but this is just word on the street.
Yeah, just a conspiracy out
What
there.
they were doing, yeah.
Yeah.
And they would inject themselves, and they say they would feel like, they would describe themselves like feeling like a god, like almost like they have lightning in their fingertips.
Like, shit, I feel 12 again. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, they would get it from like
feel 12.
like an infant child. Like they would like get the adrenochrome from like a tiny baby, dude. Damn, that's crazy.
It's like, damn, I feel 2 again. Oh,
That Johnny
my
Depp
God.
movie. What's that movie? Fear of Loathing in Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
They talk about adrenochrome.
I haven't seen a movie in so long. I didn't
Yeah,
watch it.
and they talk about that shit. And then the other movie on HBO is Doctor Sleep. It's also about kids.
Oh, Dr. Sleep, the sequel to Shining, I think.
Yeah, the sequel to Shining.
Yeah, that movie's good. That movie's good.
Crazy Hollywood.
It's good, man. Yeah, that's right. There was the vampire type. They weren't the vampires of a
They're
traditional
pedophiles.
sense. They weren't vampires in the traditional sense.
Yeah,
But they would suck like the some kind of energy out of the kid's mouth or whatever.
they will suck the.
It was like
It
painful.
was like a metaphor for getting like adrenochrome.
Yeah, that's why
I think that's
too.
what he was leaning towards.
Just like feeding off of it. And,
Mhm.
man, fuck blood. We want the soul. But yeah, so that's another big one. This is the thing though. They're taking these little ejections and whatnot, and then basically it's like becoming these elixir of life. Now this is like the most modern day usage of trying to get blood. One guy from back in the day doing when was this shit? Oh no, I'm sorry, I was thinking about somebody else. But the whole blood thing, this is like old hat shit that people have made attempts throughout history using blood. One person that used blood was this chick named her nickname was the Blood Countess Bathory.
Bathory?
Bathory. Her name was Elizabeth Bathory, and she was part of like some kind of like royalty back then, and whatnot. She was a countess, and she had a bunch of like younger women that were like her slaves and maids and whatnot, and she killed like 600 something women, and she would like harvest their blood and she would like fill it up in the bathtub.
Oh, I know about that story.
Yeah, she would get in a bathtub.
It's like Asian females, right?
I don't know if it was Asian females, but it was like poor females.
Yeah, I know about that story.
I can see it. That's
she would like get like these young females. She would kill them, and then she would bathe in their blood.
Yeah, yeah. She would get like in the tub and just soak herself in it.
Sable says, "Can you Google where to get these shots at?" No, we can't Google that. He says, "I heard of her. Her cousin was the homeboy. They were all Crips." Yeah, but I did actually heard about her. I don't know if the story was like it. I kind of heard like it might be in the Philippines where it happened.
This one is this was out within I really didn't get a good look of where she's from, but I'm assuming it's over there in Europe type area.
Oh, okay.
With the
like
kings
where the
and
vampires
queens.
are?
Yeah, because they said like she got compared
Count
a lot
Dracula.
Yeah, they said she was compared to a lot to Vladimir the Impaler, who used to drink his enemy's blood after he like won a war. He would drink like a goblet of like just
a pint.
Yes, it was like
pint
straight
of
their
virgin
blood. Which is hella dangerous.
I got to pee so fast, but you can continue.
Yeah, do that, man. So yeah, with Vlad the Impaler. Oh, sorry. The Blood Countess was always compared to Vlad the Impaler. Says basically she just went on this like this killing spree and just got a bunch of her people and took their blood and was soaking the tub of it, and God knows else what she did with it. Says it's rumored that she tortured and murdered as many as 650 peasant girls. She would be convicted of the killings, about 80 of them in the end, and I'm pretty sure they executed her crazy ass too after that. Because you can't just be all. Even back then, it was like you can't just be killing 650 peasant girls and
yeah, that's wild.
You've been
600 peasant girls.
650.
Gee, so that lady killed 650.
Yeah, but she was only charged for killing 80 of them. So more likely they probably offed her ass. Because she was too much of a fucking problem.
Yeah, you can't just. Well, so she can like live young, have like young skin.
Man, that was like on the show American Horror Story, and this is like based off of like a real lady too. This chick, she had like some slaves in her basement. Well, she owned slaves, and she would take slaves and put them in her basement, and she would like torture and mutilate them, eat body parts, drink their blood. But it was all like a way to like her to maintain her youth. But she was a basement of just slaves hanging from ceilings that she was just fucking them up and let me drink some of this black blood so I can stay young and
black blood.
Oh, they were slaves. This is American slave. This is doing American slavery. Sorry, should have.
Speaking of aging, South Korea, they're big on this anti-aging thing. Like if you think about like facial cleansers or whatever to make you look young, South Korea is like the main place for that shit. Like I think they got that shit down. Like they're the place where people they buy like all the facial shit.
Okay,
it's from South Korea, because like this is like one of the most active places where they treat people for like skincare, medical skincare treatment. This is where they do all the plastic surgeries. They're known to have like the best plastic surgeons out there. But I seen a lot of those Korean females, they butcher a lot of them too. Like it's not all perfect, but they're actually known to have like the best surgeons.
Like some botched type of
sometimes. Because it's like almost like everybody in like Korea is trying to look good.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean,
the standard there is different than like over here.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Yeah, it's way higher and it's ridiculous.
The pressure
is crazy. That's why I think like with Korea and Japan, that's why the suicide rates are higher, because there's more pressure on like society to
Uphold a standard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of just letting people just live.
But I was saying, like, there might be like a balance of it, because like if their murder rates are low, something has to balance it out, right?
Suicide shit.
And then it'd be like suicide. And then like if you go out to the West and shit, suicides are low, but murder rates are high.
Yeah, we got a bunch of guns. We got a bunch of guns.
So it all balanced out.
Yeah, I mean, it does.
So you can't have it all. Like, you can't have your cake and eat it.
So, hey, we all gotta go. It's just
like, yeah, crime is low in Japan, Korea.
We have no guns, but everybody offs themselves.
Everybody's killing themselves.
Everybody offing themselves.
You can't win.
Instead of taking a look at the society as a whole and maybe making adjustments to it, and this is coming from me as a 37-year-old man.
Damn.
Damn, what the fuck? But,
Damn.
And I've seen how this is with even people within our age group and whatnot who aren't married or who don't have kids. You do feel the pressure of sometimes of like your parents of wanting to have a grandkid, or like, I want a grandkid, or this, that, and the third. And it kind of sucks feeling that way. You kind of like, I just want to live my life. Why should I have to live it based off of what other people want me to live?
That's
I feel
the
like
thing.
I need to live like a societal standard.
I think a lot of people are stuck like that. Like, they're trying to live up to like the standards or the life that their parents want them to live. Yeah. They're like, oh yeah, I'm just doing all this for my parents. I'm doing it for my parents.
I want to have kids because my parents want grandkids.
Yeah,
it's like,
but I think like the new generation, they know that. Now they're like saying, no.
Yeah, a lot of people opting out now. The ones who ain't got kids are kind of like,
I'm living for myself now. I'm doing this for me.
I know a friend of mine.
Onlyfans.com. Sign up.
I know a friend of mine that she's opting out not to have kids, and I have a friend of mine, another friend too, who he's married, and him and his wife are like, no, we like traveling, and we can't travel if we have kids, so we're not doing kids. Mm-hmm. And that's just how it is. It's just people want to live their lives more instead of living to. I guess carrying on the legacy doesn't matter as much anymore. It's like, just live the life that you have. Like, why is everybody worrying about a sequel when you should be focused on this movie right here? Like, don't be worrying about a sequel or a spinoff. I just want to see a good movie. I don't know. That might be a horrible way of explaining it, but
have more good days than bad days.
I do feel like
I think we have more control over the day to day to make it a good day.
Yeah.
Then we have like trying to plan something like a year from now, you know?
For sure.
That you have no idea. Like, maybe you won't even make it to a year.
Shit.
Maybe you get hit by a bus tomorrow.
Yeah. Fall out the sky.
Guess what? 5-year plan.
Out the window.
Not saying you shouldn't have a plan, but you just got to think about life like anything can happen very fast.
Before you know it.
Mm-hmm. Get hit by a
missile,
a Tesla fucking
a Tesla car.
Tesla rocket. I don't know. Get hit by a China rocket, falling out of space.
Just walking down the street.
Freak accident. Get hit by a damn.
Just walking down the street.
China rocket.
China rocket fell from the sky.
I got some questions about immortality for you.
Yes.
So how does the concept of immortality relate to the field of genetics and cellular biology?
Damn. Okay, I feel like a scientist.
So how does it relate to like genetics and cellular biology?
All right, I'm gonna explain
like immortality, because that's still sci-fi, you know? Yeah.
So immortality and genetics. How does it relate to it? I'm gonna explain it the best way Chris Jones can explain it. As far as like genetics wise, is you talking about as far as like
the DNA genetics? Like how would how can it relate to like our own DNA? I think I can answer this one. You guys know Billy Carson, right?
Yes.
Well, there's like this study like he came across. I think people know about it too. Like they're studying like in universities. They're saying like the maximum lifespan of a human DNA is like 120. This is what they're saying. They're saying one of the reasons why, like if you look at our DNA structure, like at the end, there's like a cap on it.
Yeah, it cuts off. Yeah.
Yeah, like the cap where it'd be like 120, that's the max. If you do everything perfect, you can live up to like 120. So they did this study on mice, right? Mice they also have like a DNA structure where their shit is capped off. So they're like, all right, let's take these caps off, the DNA strands, and let's see if we can make these mice live longer. So they did these experiments on mice, and the mice lived 3 times longer than their original lifespan.
Yeah, they're able to like to add more time to their life.
Three times they live 3 more lifetimes.
And actually, too, the reason why I was explaining, I forgot to explain this before, with rich people using young people's blood. The reason why I was picking up so much steam within that community is because the test was done on mice, but they were using like younger mice blood and putting it into
so
older mice's blood, and whatever issues they had, it kind of like it did regenerate for them. Now they're trying to see if they can do the same thing with humans.
I'm pretty sure they can.
Yeah, and then whether they can or can't, that's the thing they're trying to really look. But that's the key for mice to live longer. So
yeah. So the new one is where they took the caps off, like the DNA strand.
Okay.
And then they remodified that to let
add more to it. Huh?
Yeah, to where they're able to extend their life like 3 times.
Yeah, because if you look at the DNA strand, it's kind of like, if you look at the end of it, it's kind of like to be continued. It doesn't continue on. It's kind of like.
All right. Katie, what's good? She says,
hey, Katie.
She says, why would you want to live longer? We talked about this earlier. I think like the average human wouldn't want to live longer, but the humans that like has like the over amount of wealth and stuff, they will want to keep living life longer.
To spend it, to use it, to control it.
Yeah, to enjoy like as long as they can on this earth with whatever.
Yeah, man. The perfect example is like Vince McMahon. He was let go as CEO last year
by himself,
and they let his ass go over like some sexual assault bullshit. But now he's back as CEO again. But this man is like almost 80, if not 80 now, and these people with money don't want to let go of the wealth they built or anything. They don't. I don't know if they don't trust it or anything. I think it's kind of like it's kind of like when you have a car.
They probably still want to build their empire. That's why.
It's probably see like I can make some adjust. Oh, they don't trust nobody else to do it, right?
And their son is just like a pansy, like he's not able to carry the throne.
Yeah, like I don't.
So maybe they want to live long enough to make like another baby, or to have somebody that's equivalent to like them to take over the
because the son or the daughter may not be enough. I need the grandkids to help and get
because he need the company like to shine. So when he die, he got something to brag about, like in the afterlife.
And I don't want to die not feeling comfortable with you controlling this shit.
Yeah, when he dies, he'd be like, you know that company Google. That's me.
It's all me.
God is like, get out of here. That ain't you.
Man, if you don't get the fuck.
Get out of here with that shit.
If you don't get out of here.
Hey, yo, Steve Jobs.
Like, Stevie.
Come check the shit out. He says he's the Google guy. Peter Whalen, who's that?
Peter Whalen. Hold on, let me look this up. That sounds familiar. Give me a second.
I got another question for you. Are there any known methods or techniques for extending human lifespan? You already answered that, right? Like blood transfusions and stuff.
Oh, is this from goddamn? Hold on. It's from Aliens? Oh yeah, it's from Aliens. He's a Prometheus. Sorry. So what was the question again? Sorry, I was reading about Peter Whalen.
Oh, I skipped it already.
You skipped the question? No.
Okay, I got another one. Are there any scientific limitations to immortality?
No. I feel like the real way to get to immortality, this is coming from a man who's not religious, it would have to be a spiritual one.
Yeah.
This technology ain't gonna last. This world gonna have to get blown up eventually, and they gotta move the technology to another planet. Spiritually, I think there's a way to be immortal, but
I think any physical like technology is just too messy.
Physical shit, yeah, you can't take the shit with you, man.
Yeah,
I think true immortality is like you're leaving this world and then into the next one, because this is just physical shit right here. This is
the fastest, easiest way, spirit world.
Say.
Get in there,
because then we're just energy, and energy cannot be destroyed. You can't destroy energy.
Like all that tech shit is just like the scared way to do it.
Yeah. I mean,
like just die, you know.
A lot of times too, I think like people reaching out for immortality,
jump off the bridge,
or
and just plain don't,
or people who just don't want to move past this shit.
They
don't want to accept that this shit ends.
Yeah, I think people are wasting their time to try to figure out this whole immortality thing, because if they actually see like the end of it, they're like, why did you waste all your time to live forever? Right?
For real.
And then when they realize you already live forever anyway, your soul keep going on over and over and over again.
This is just a
but
show.
you wasted the time here that you have on Earth. The time here you have to learn whatever you have to learn, whatever lessons you need to learn here, you wasted that all trying to live forever. For
Here,
what?
to stay here longer, even though you're not going to be here longer.
Yeah, and then when you realize there's like way more better shit on the other side, you're like, what the fuck? What? Why did I want to live forever on a prison planet?
They're surrounded by radiation in space. And
Why did I want to? It's like wasting all your time to live forever in like algebra class.
Like, why you want to be here?
It's like you want to keep taking algebra class for that long. Like Earth is not a fun class. I don't. It's cool, but I wouldn't want to be here forever. Like, get out of here. That's like taking algebra over and over again. Like, no.
This shit ain't that fun.
It's only fun sometimes.
Actually,
when you're here with your friends and shit, chilling, you know?
Yeah, that's about it. The grinding part is not fun.
Yeah, but then when you realize, like, oh, there's a way better, like, life next chapter. Like, you're just doing this little chapter here on Earth.
Just flying through space and shit. You want to be...
I bet, like, his classmates, the one that already died, they're looking like, damn, this fool, he really want to live forever.
So, look at that physical body able person.
He's stuck in that class, and he wants to live in that class. They're like, damn.
Like, damn, they
okay, Jeff Bezos. Like, okay.
Like, damn, they're 110. They still want to be here? Like, why? They can't even move.
They still trying to transfer conscious. They trying to stay here forever.
Would you ever want to live to 110? Like, would you? Not me, man. I don't want to be no burden on my generation.
Yeah,
my future ancestors.
When I can't walk, I'm out. I like get the wheelchair out of my face.
I'm ready to go.
Like if I'm stuck in a bed, man, don't let me see that plug because I'll unplug myself.
I'm gonna do y'all favorite.
Wear the plug. And I'm not talking about drugs. Bob says expanding telomeres.
Hold on, let me get back.
How you say that word?
Telomeres?
Telomeres? Are you talking about the DNA thing?
Hi, Bob.
We did talk about that.
Hi, Bob. What was I looking at?
But yeah, I wouldn't want to live forever.
Man,
fuck that.
Another.
I'm out by 40.
Shit, man. 40 ain't even old. That's like
5 years, huh?
I'll be ready to clock out like at max at 80. I'll be fine with 80. Because I feel like the older I'm going to get, the more disgruntled I'm going to get with society.
Read what Katie said.
Okay.
She had a whole paragraph.
Oh, yes. I just see this. So Katie said, story of Peter Weyland and Prometheus, which is a movie that's a prequel to the Aliens franchise, for those who aren't familiar with it. The story of Peter Weyland and Prometheus was that he made David the robot in his image, but he would never be human, and only Peter and Peter only had a daughter, so he wanted to live forever. Thus, why they went to the planet to see if the creators will give him eternal life. Is that how it went down?
That's that Prometheus, right?
Yes, because I remember he had a daughter. His daughter was Charlize Theron. She got crushed by a giant fucking wheel type thing.
Alien wheel.
Made no sense. But I remember he did have the robot, and that was supposed to be in his younger image. Yeah, and they killed him instead. Yeah, the creatures on the planet, these big swole ass dudes, the engineers, I think their name was called, but big swole dudes that created they're basically like the gods of life in our galaxy, and the good and the bad. I think they created humanity in the Aliens cinematic universe.
They're like the one that seed planets.
Yeah, basically, and they're like they're like these big ass swole dudes, strong as shit, but they're the ones who just able to create life and
right. Yeah, I think like that story, it might.
Prometheus is underrated.
It might be similar to how like this planet was seeded by like a more advanced race, and then they seeded like. Well, what they did was they came down to this planet, and then they saw like the regular humans that was already on this planet, and what they did was modify their DNA to get them to the spec A, which is us, right? Which is our spec right now, just to get us to be like just smart enough so we can mine and do stuff and actually take orders.
Yeah.
Because the monkeys weren't taking orders. It's hard to teach those guys.
It's like, man, they ain't doing shit. They're not listening.
Because they play too much, you know?
They're throwing shit at each other. Like
these chimpanzees, they play too much. Like, hey, what about those other like caveman people
that we gave thumbs to?
Yeah, get them in here. So they modified their DNA.
Thumbs are the key.
Made us and shit, and then now fast forward to today.
Human labor.
We're doing live stream on Twitch.
Yeah.
Talking about this shit like we know how it works.
like we know how this shit goes on.
We don't have no idea how any of this work. Oh shit, we're just caveman people ourselves.
We're just making this shit up as we go along. Okay, so all right, so back to this. It says all right, so back in the day, another attempt that people made was drinking menstrual blood.
That's period blood?
Yes. That's another thing people used to do back in the day. Drinking and menstrual blood. It says blood, as you know, might be guessed by now, is something of a theme when it comes to immortality. While there are other ways people have attempted, trying to use as the essence of another person to expand life is one of the most common methods. And so basically within menstrual blood, there is a type of regenerative gene within it. But I think it's but not to the point of where you should be able to drink it. Drinking it is like, because like blood is very complicated. It's not as easy as drinking it to try to get any kind of benefits out of it. You need to extract whatever is in it to your benefit, and so that's
like take the blood, right, and put it in one of those little lab tubes and
to kind of separate the shit type
spin
stuff.
It to separate like
types,
all the
different type of stuff that's in it.
Damn.
But back then it was like, yo, we're gonna down like eight shots.
Is there a company that collects period blood?
I don't know. I would assume so. Probably some Silicon Valley type of fucking.
If there's not, maybe we should.
Oh, you want to get into the business of collecting menstrual blood?
Yeah.
Well, we got to pay women. How much we going?
And we actually pay them.
Yeah, we got to pay them.
Because we're going to use it for something else.
Hey, it could help homelessness. But hey, like, lady, if you.
No, we're going to sell it to elite people.
But we'll get the women to come in every month. Because it's good to
and there's a lot of women.
There's a lot of women. There's a lot of women, man. We could get a lot of blood.
We need full staff. At least 12.
We have to have a lot of women on staff to help assist the women to. But we would be like the brains at the top of this
pyramid.
This blood pyramid.
I'll look down like, how you guys doing?
How's that blood?
And the voice is so high.
It's like a thumbs up, like.
But you're just in your office
from top floor.
How you guys doing?
How's that blood?
You guys good down there? Katie says, I mean, women eat their own placenta after birth. What?
Yeah, I heard it's supposed to help with the.
I thought guys eat the placentas.
No, the women. It's supposed to be like regenerative for them. The first time I ever heard of it was, years ago. Was it like Pamela Anderson? She like kept it like on a plate.
Oh yeah.
I think she kept. Well, I remember this shit from like MTV back when MTV played music. This is back in the days I heard it back then. She kept a placenta on a plate and then she eventually ate it. But it's supposed to be like because it's your own body. It's like you're repairing yourself with it type shit. That's a thing though.
Sure.
I mean, yeah. That's
Bob says they make it into pills.
What? The
Katie says it helps with the hormones. What? Well, might as well just start eating yourself, right?
Yeah.
Cut your arm up, just eat a piece of your forearm.
I mean, I know some people probably drink. I some time ago, and I think I maybe have attempted this too.
No.
To see what happens if you drink your own blood. Not that I've done it like I've cut myself up and drink my own blood.
Oh yeah, I think we all did.
Which was kind of like, hey, like when I got my wisdom teeth pulled, and I had like a long time ago, over 10 years ago, and I had like I had blood coming out of my gums and whatnot. I was just drinking the blood. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna go back to my system. I'll be fine. But I started getting sick because you're not supposed to be drinking your own shit either. Like,
wait, it was bleeding that much?
Well, I had to, like when I got my wisdom teeth pulled. I remember I was sleeping one night and I felt uncomfortable because I had like gauze. I had all 4 of my wisdom teeth pulled out at the same time.
Jesus.
And so I had like gauze back there, and I remember I took them out and I was like, this is bugging me. I can't sleep right.
So you're just spilling blood.
But then when I went to sleep and I was sleeping on my side, I was like drinking my own damn blood the whole time I was sleeping. I just kept swallowing. And then when I woke up, it was like blood all over my pillow.
Mercury poison.
But I felt so ill when I woke up the next day. I was like, my stomach was like turning. I was like, I need to like not do that ever again. You ain't supposed to be.
Damn, man.
Kitty Long says dry sockets. No, I did not have dry sockets. When I went back to the dentist, they said I was good to go.
What's dry sockets?
Basically after you get like your wisdom teeth pulled, your nerves are like really exposed. It's very sensitive, and you're supposed to like allow it to heal. And at the time too, I smoked like hella cigarettes too, and I'm still smoking cigarettes after I got my shit done. You're not supposed to or it gives you really bad dry sockets. I was one of the few people that didn't get dry sockets from that shit. But I've known, like, my sister got dry sockets after she had her wisdom teeth pulled because she went back to smoking cigarettes when she used to smoke.
So when you get it was what? What happened?
It's just like a pain sensitivity because your nerves are exposed and I'm not sure.
It's like that all the time.
I think you got to go in and they probably inject you with some shit in your gums.
Silicone.
Probably some antibiotics because it's infected. Kitty Long says they will pack the holes with medicine gauze. Yeah, so when you get your teeth pulled, when you get your wisdom teeth all pulled out, they stuff gauze, like, because people don't realize how fucking long their teeth are. It's very deep, and they just, like, after I got my shit pulled out, they just shoved the gauze into the hole.
Damn.
Just shove it in there. I couldn't feel anything because I got put to sleep, and when I woke up, my mouth was all sore. I couldn't talk.
It's all filled with gauze.
Yeah, you can't say shit. You like, rrr, rrr, rrr. I don't even remember. The only thing I remember when I was leaving the dentist's office after I got my wisdom teeth pulled, my friend had picked me up. I was like, the only thing I remember was call my mom, tell her I'm okay, and I went to sleep, and I woke up the next day. I don't remember shit else. But yeah, man.
What they say?
It says dry socks boot camp, blood clots. You get an infection in those holes. Yeah.
You gotta read it like audio.
Sorry. Okay. So, all right. My bad. I'm just like I'm talking out loud and reading it. So Katie Long says I got dry socket in boot camp. Yes, I could. Holy shit! I can see why you don't really have the resources in boot camp to use anything. Bob says blood clot for sure. Let me skip down. Wajamo says blood coagulates. I think most animals eat the placenta. Yep, Navy left a big hole in my gums. See, I got my shit done in the military too, and I was fine. I got lucky. I know a lot of people that got that dry socket, man. You gotta be careful with that shit.
I never heard of that. But now I know.
Once you get your wisdom teeth pulled, you're not supposed to be doing.
I learn a lot from podcasts.
You're not supposed to eat like solid foods, which I tried to eat like a Subway sandwich the next day after I got my wisdom teeth pulled. Tried to eat a Subway sandwich, couldn't even finish it because I took a bite. It was like covered in blood. I was like, I can't fucking do this shit. That's horrible. I'm surprised I never got like anything wrong. I was very irresponsible. But yeah,
are we done with the DNA?
With that.
Immortality?
Not immortality. Did you get any more news after that? Or
I got some stories.
Okay, I had something I was gonna explain too. Another thing they attempted to was jellyfish.
Oh yeah.
Jellyfish is another thing that humans are trying to attempt right now.
Live forever?
Well, yeah, jellyfish when they start having like damaged internal organs, they start to, which is they refer to them as the Benjamin Button jellyfish, but these are like box jellyfishes. Wouldn't they call them the Benjamin Button jellyfish because once they start having organ failure inside of themselves, they start to de-age. They actually start aging in reverse. Basically making themselves into like a younger mode, going to younger mode, and then starting the process over again.
Yeah, I heard about that. And then like this guy, he used to work for NASA. He did like one of those CRISPR injections to modify his DNA, and he actually put like a jellyfish DNA injection into his arm. He did it live too, like on YouTube. What? This is when like first YouTube live was first new and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But he actually did the injection where he'd actually put like the DNA of a jellyfish into his arm, and he's still alive to this day.
I actually have a crazier one than that. The last one I'm about to read about.
He was white.
Probably so.
But go ahead.
This is actually crazier than what you were talking about. So this is a guy back in 1889. His name is he's a scientist named Brown Sequard. I don't know. That sounds like his last name. It's like hyphenated,
like Squidward.
Yeah, it looks like Sequard. Squidward. But yeah, so this dude, he actually had like kind of dog where he basically dissected it, and he
dissected the dog.
Yeah, it was like it was like a guinea pig dog. So it was like a little mushy,
like a Yorkie.
Yeah, actually smaller than that. Like not as cute
like
as a Yorkie.
Teacup Yorkie.
Yeah, but not as cute. They're more like a smushed face shit. Like, but guinea
like a pug.
Yeah, it's like a pug.
A teacup pug.
That's like the best record.
If that's real.
I thought it was already teacup. They're already small. They ugly though. But yeah. So this dude named Brown Sequard, he actually wound up extracting. Well, he made an attempt trying to find immortality where he injected himself with extracts from the testicles of a guinea pig dog. So basically, he was able to says as a he called people together for a shocking announcement about a new discovery he made. It started off by warming the crowd, but he basically went up showing like, hey guys, I have this new elixir right now. I had this dog and I basically killed it, and I removed its testicles, chopped it up, made this elixir, and I'm injecting it into my own body. And that was the most extreme one I got to as far as like.
So what happened?
People basically, he was killing these dogs, and then he was straining out like the what was inside of the dogs, and he's putting in a solution in the water, and then he would inject it into his thigh, right? He claimed after doing so, he was able to perform on his wife because he was an older guy at the time. He couldn't get his shit up, and so but after he injected himself with the guinea pig dog,
so it's like a Viagra.
Yeah, got him hard. How long it lasts, who knows? But he says after doing so, he was able to perform with his wife, and that he felt stronger and more vital almost immediately. The crowd was like, and it was when he explained to the crowd. Yeah, the crowd loved it. And so basically after that, with the solution that kind of like tested out, people were buying it at first, and eventually over time, people just stopped because they realized it didn't have any effect on him, and then he just wound up dying over time too. He actually died poor, if I'm not mistaken. And he's kind of fade off into obscurity because a lot of people really saw through his bullshit. And it's like, man,
just that snake oil guy.
Yeah, basically a snake oil salesman, but
yeah,
he was killing dogs and crushing up their testicles to.
That's worse than killing an elephant.
And from my understanding too, it seems like the method may have worked, but it was only temporarily. And it's like, at what cost? Like, what are you doing to yourself? You just make yourself hard to have sex with your wife. Over time, humanity got smart and made Viagra, but this is.
And yeah,
this is a different type of mortality.
This says the little blue pill was born.
Yes.
Viagra, or what's that new one? Blue Chew.
Blue Chew, that's the big one.
That's the one I hear on the podcast.
That's the main one. Viagra, you don't hear nothing about Viagra anymore. It's like all about Blue Chew. That's the new wave. But but that's it. That's the most extreme one I've heard as far as like immortality being reached. Dog nuts.
All right, gotta take a restroom break real quick. We'll come back. We're gonna finish it up with one more topic.
Yes, sir.
We're back. And we're back.
Yes, sir.
All right, next story. So I have a next topic. Weed makes people come harder.
Yes.
Study suggests.
Yes.
All right, so a new study from researchers at East Carolina University and North Carolina State University, published in the Journal of Cannabis Research. All right, so a new study surveyed 811 participants about their relationships between cannabis and the use and sexual experiences. So the majority of the participants were women in a monogamous relationships. Over half reported using cannabis daily. 59% intentionally use cannabis before sex to enhance their experience.
Hey.
So most of the females, they were using cannabis before they had sex because they said that it helps them come harder.
Not saying it's a two-way street.
Is that true? Anybody?
I know
any ladies in the chat like that?
I know a guy. It's a two-way street. It enhances everything. It makes everything better sometimes.
The study found that over 70% of participants reports increased desire and orgasm intensity when using cannabis right before sex. Additionally, more than 40% of women reported experiencing multiple orgasms. The study adds to growing evidence that cannabis can have a positive effect on sexual experiences.
Katie Long asks a good question. Says, do they compare it to alcohol?
No.
Alcohol, I would assume, would be less.
I don't know, like comparison with alcohol.
Yeah, how's it for women? I know with men.
Do they even remember the alcohol experience?
Yeah, does that boost like female orgasms? I know for men, for me, it depends. A lot of times, especially if it's liquor, like whiskey dick, this shit gets broken off of whiskey. Like that shit will.
That shit doesn't work.
That shit will put you at like
yeah.
Look, I'm trying, baby. Like this is the nerves are dead.
You're hot.
It's not you, it's me.
Yeah, it's one of those.
My nerves are dead.
Yeah.
There's a threshold.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like how would you compare it to alcohol? Like I think alcohol.
It's way better. Wait, just million
I
times
would
better.
imagine.
Alcohol is like trashier. It feels nasty.
It's messy, right?
Yeah, it's
dirtier.
Might not feel right. You might want to puke. We just like
They look cuter
Everything
than
fe-
what you thought they
everything
looked.
feels better when you touch and feel, smell. Everything's enhanced.
So how would you compare like having sex, high on marijuana, as opposed to like having sex like high on like ecstasy, MDMA?
Oh, I've never had either one of those. But marijuana,
I would think the ecstasy would trump all of that.
yeah, especially with the actual physical touch and
Yeah,
whatnot.
it's like I do a little boop.
I can feel the
The,
molecules.
the whole body like
You can feel the ripple effect. Like I felt
Yeah.
it. You touched me here, but I felt it on the bottom of my feet. Like just went through
like
my whole body.
like did your soulmate just touch you? Like yeah, your whole body feels like
I mean, we be making shit funnier, makes you hungrier. It does enhance it, like for a fact, it does make it like I could fill up a jar with some nectar if like
you're like that porn commercial.
like I just say, it does really enhance some things, but alcohol is like very oh my god, so many.
It's too sloppy, huh?
It is sloppy. You have too many moments with that.
Too
shit.
reckless. That's how babies are made.
You lying? You a drunk baby? Like,
Oh, yeah. You're a little drunk baby.
You're a little drunk baby.
A New Year's baby,
New year, new me, baby.
Yeah,
Like,
New year, new baby.
you're like,
You
start off strong. Nah, but no, yeah, I could definitely, I can co-sign with that. It does feel better. It makes things a lot more enjoyable, but everybody's different under certain influences. It might not work for everybody. I have a friend of mine who refused to ever dabble in any type of alcohol, drugs, or anything. Like never. It's just
Church people.
no. It's just not his thing.
As a dude.
I think just when he was growing up, his father may have had some issues, or his family members may have issues with delving in that type of world. But
that'll shy you away from all that.
yeah, so he's kind of like that's not his thing. But in the world of being an adult, I don't know how anybody ain't addicted to something. This world is so exhausting. I feel like every adult has an addiction to something to ground them.
Caffeine.
Caffeine for sure, man.
Whatever it is. Netflix,
man. Just
Okay.
Katie Long says SLC Punk is like that. Another movie about straight edge dude in it. Matthew Lillard is in it. You know what? There was something I didn't realize the other day with Matthew Lillard.
Who was that?
He was. You ever seen the movie Scream?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I don't know how long it's been since you've seen Scream, but
Is he a skinny white dude?
He was this other skinny white guy, the secondary character.
Not
the main one that was dating the main chick that was the killer, but the friend of him. He's been like in a lot of damn movies with Freddie Prinze Jr. I just saw something the other day.
Hey, he's still in the map too.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah.
See, you remember him? No, okay. So
I remember him from that one show. It's like She's Not All That or whatever.
She's all that.
She's
Yeah.
All That.
He's been in a lot of shit, man. He was in what's the shit? I'm Gonna Get You Next Summer, like that shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
What? Oh, that's a classic movie. But yeah, they're like I just noticed something the other day watching a YouTube video. It was talking about Freddie Prinze Jr. How his father, like, he passed away when he was young. Back when he was his father was like a coming up stand-up comedian back in the 70s, but he died young because of drugs and whatnot. And he tried to start out with Hollywood, but he was like in a shit ton of movies with Matthew Lillard, which I did not realize that until recently. But he was also with Out of Paddle. That's a good movie with Seth Green. That's a forgotten movie, but I did enjoy it. Sorry, this is from my early 2000s, folks. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, Without a Paddle.
No, I heard of it.
That's another good movie. Yeah, see, I love Seth. Yeah, Seth Green. Shout out to him. But yeah, no, it does enhance shit. It makes everything. Food taste better. It makes everything funnier. You kind of get caught up in your emotions sometimes.
Definitely, everything is more funnier.
It's more enhanced. Definitely more funnier.
If it's like good stuff.
Yeah, I actually it helps me zone in more when I'm watching like sci-fi shows. I'm really into it. Like,
yeah, you pause it, you look at like how they make the spaceship. You'd be like,
man,
I'm like, were they sober when they designed this?
And you know the funny thing is too, when I watch like space shit, after I smoke and I'll watch something, my first reaction is, damn, they had to be high when they thought of this.
Had to.
It's like, how do you even...
Had to be.
You normally wouldn't think of this type of... on this level, but... oh, man, it makes me envious. I wish I had that type of... that mindset to think that far.
No, we do have it. Just
It's
gotta
just-
believe in yourself.
It's just... this is locked. I build these walls, I think.
Let me break it down.
Like-
Wolverine. You know, barrage and shit. Barrage attack. Yeah. That's all I have for that. Are we good on time?
what are we looking at right now?
I have one more story, but I'm not gonna run it because it might take too long. Because I'm just gonna talk about Doomsday Clock.
Oh man, that could be a whole podcast by itself, right there. Man.
About you know how they have like a Doomsday Clock
Yeah.
about for the Armageddon, like when it's gonna happen again.
Yeah.
So like the scientists and stuff, they actually set it like 90 seconds to midnight now. It used to be 100 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So we're almost at Armageddon.
Yeah, I heard about that. Like last year, we're like, it's just
Yeah,
like
we're
right
almost there. And then the reason why we're almost there is because the whole Ukraine Russia thing.
Yeah, Russia's already making threats about doing nukes.
Yeah, so they're like, all right, we're almost there to Armageddon. And this clock, they've been running this shit for like over 70 years and 75 years. And they're like, yeah, we're due for Armageddon pretty soon. So with all the weird stuff you guys are seeing on social media, with all the ghosts, UFOs, you can't tell if it's real or not. We don't even know anymore. I think we might be close to some type of something really big is gonna happen, and we say this almost every year. But it looks like it's something is already happening that's weird.
Yeah.
No way! Like all these social media is posting all this stuff.
Talk about just the weird shit going on.
A lot of weird stuff, like ghost stuff, UFO stuff, mermaids or whatever. You can't tell what's real, what's fake.
Yo, you saw the bird shit I sent you the other day?
Yeah.
Another bird incident, man.
And
These
it
birds
looks-
acting crazy.
It looks real, like it looks fucking crazy, and now I'm thinking like, dude, this. Yeah, next thing you know, you'll walk outside, you see a ghost just walk and be like, "What's good?"
Sup?
Yeah, you're just gonna be chilling with people on the other side that didn't make it to the other side, and you're like, "Okay, I guess this is normal now."
This is that we here. This is
Like that one video Bob sent where the lady, she's like, "Hello, Corey," or whatever, her bear, and then she goes to the living room and there's like two eyes.
Oh, Bob said that to you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
It's
That
like
was,
two kids sitting like in the living room with their eyes.
Yeah,
She's like, yeah, they're here. They're still here.
yeah.
But there's like another crazy video where a lady, you know how like you look at your TV when it's off, right? You can see your shadow.
yeah.
She looks at her TV, but she sees her shadow and she sees another shadow.
No,
Like sitting on the couch.
that's always hard. I've always expected to see like that.
Me
like
too.
I turn off my TV, and I'm always, even though there's a wall behind me, I'm
But
always
you
expecting.
can see the reflection of the TV.
Like I see me in the wall and everything,
Yeah.
and I'm always waiting to see somebody over my shoulder. Just
yeah.
like,
But she like
right there.
her TV is off, right? She sees her reflection. She's like, "Who reflection is that?" And she's just sitting on the couch, and there's like another head sitting like where she's hitting. I'm like, damn. I'm like, that looks fucking creepy as fuck.
So now with the ghost stuff and the supernatural stuff, do you think it's kind of like reality? Is
I think the veil is broken. It's not even thin no more. I think it's broken. Like I think like the people on the other side, they're all coming here too. So now you can see them.
Or shit, it might be a lot of times too. Maybe we going over there. A lot of people go missing. They can't find bodies,
Yeah,
man.
we're over there too. Yep.
They probably always have the same complaints. Like, man, we gotta.
What Katie say
Let me see.
before we clock out for the night?
Katie said, I'm trying to see. Okay, it says, I read today that the Earth core is about to change directions on this rotation.
Oh, I read that too.
Really? I'm not surprised. They've been talking about the Earth core a little bit, saying like it's actually heating up. The shit's getting hotter. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, they're saying it's about to change like rotations and shit. You know,
Oh my god, we need to find what we gonna do?
learn to swim.
What we gonna do in space? If this shit blows up.
God bless.
Good luck.
God bless.
Katie Long also says, "What if the Earth is really the event horizon? Oh my god, it's just it's gonna stop and open a hole to another dimension.
Man, that might
I hope we survive it, man. We will
be.
probably
It might be like a ripple to like another dimension, you know. And then you're gonna be like, hop now or stay there and die. Would you hop over to the next dimension? Like if it's like parallel reality and you see yourself like trying to grab your own hand.
Would I grab my own hand and like, okay, cool, and go with myself?
Yeah, but it's actually not you.
fuck, that's even more. That's horrifying. What is it then?
I think it'll be less horrifying.
I would hope it's me. I would trust me more than. What would it be? Some entity wearing my face?
Okay, it's you wearing your face.
Okay, I'll go then.
I'll go too.
I'm like, let's go, other Chris. Let's go to this Earth too.
It's like your Earth is dying. Look behind you. And it's just a volcano. It's like, what the fuck? There's volcanoes in Georgia. There is now. Grab my hand.
He's like, I'm like, what about mom and dad? He's like, they're already gone. There's only
They're
you.
already over here. Psych.
No, I go, man. Fuck it. I do it.
I'll go too. Like if it's like that, like I can feel the wind. Like
Trust me.
yeah.
Trust me. To end up on some cannibal world.
Damn, they hear us now. That they're gonna be like, oh, we can get these guys easy.
They eating this shit
Make up this fake scenario where they're about to get sucked from one planet to another.
Katie Long also says, could also be like that movie Pulse. Never seen it, I don't think. Where the other dimensions, the other dimension came through.
Oh, I think I've
like
seen that.
Wi-Fi. Really? What was,
It was like a cop story, right? Then the cop, he already died and shit. But then like the daughter that she grew up, but then she went to the radio, and then I'm butchering the whole story.
What?
But she actually talks to like her dead father, like on the radio. But the father at that time was alive, talking to the radio with her daughter from the future.
Oh no, that sounds like Frequency.
That's Frequency, huh?
That's Frequency. That was a movie with Jim Caviezel, who played Jesus in.
Jesus Wax.
No, man, like the Passion of Christ.
Passion of Christ. Yeah,
When he was
yeah.
when he whipped his ass
He
and
looks
everything.
like Jesus.
And then he looks like the Jesus that we told that he's supposed to look like. But they got him. But no, he played this movie called Frequency, and then they made a show about it on CW, which I don't know if it was good or not, but I remember they made like a show based off the movie Frequency where the dad in the past was used like some kind of like ham radio.
Yeah.
Talk to his son like 30 years in the future, but his son was trying to help his dad prevent his murder.
Yeah.
Some wild shit. It was a good movie, man. Good ass movie.
The red tape kept things from going from the other dimension. Yeah. Was that like the premise of the movie with the red tape?
I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen Frequency.
You think anything has to do with like, you know how like people say put salt on the perimeter of your house to keep spirits out? You think that's real?
Man, yeah. Only because I used to watch the TV show Supernatural, where they used to put like at the
okay.
doorway, they would put salt on across. Actually, they would put it.
So we're getting confirmations like from a TV show.
But the TV show leans a lot. Supernatural, for all its faults and whatnot, is a show that leans heavily into like a lot of like supernatural lore and tips. The main characters do tips and tricks of like real world shit that's been used to keep demons away. And so they would put like salt around every corner of the room, actually around the edges of the room. And they'd be like, hey, when you walk out the room, step over the salt. Don't kick it. Don't nudge it. Because once you break that line of salt, that's when it's everything's coming in the room. So you need to keep that line of salt solid, like a solid actual line. They put on the window seals in the show. Like they was keeping these motherfuckers out. The show got so in depth with it, they actually figured out like this this type of like a Enochian language where they was able to like tattoo it on their body, like so
For protection?
to keep like from being possessed by demons. So
Yeah,
would
they have that in Asian
yeah,
stuff
they
too.
get it tattooed on them. So before they would use like before they used to do like a actual exorcisms and to pull demons out. But it was like, hey, this is getting too much. We need to, because they were demon hunters. So hey, we need to get this shit tattooed on us. So they ain't got to get inside our bodies at all. So just cut out the whole exorcism part. But the show did like some cool shit. It had to be some real stuff.
I think it might be real. Read Katie before we clock out.
All right. So Katie says, in Pulse, hackers broke into something the government was hiding, and they opened something. These things like sucked you into the walls and stuff, and you died. The red tape kept the things from coming in, but they were everywhere. They traveled on cell phones, Jesus, signals, and
So they're just hacking into our phones and everything, huh?
How can you stop a signal?
It's like a worm.
Oh, I see why it's called Pulse now.
Mm.
Oh, that's horrifying. How do you stop a signal? They got
That reminds me of like what happened to me recently, like when I came back into town like a few weeks ago. Like I was having like weird dreams where things were happening to me like physically, like in my dreams, like where I was getting choked out and shit by like kids. I was getting choked out by kids and stuff. And then one day I was like, all right, I need to stage this house because I had 3 nightmares three days ever since I came back. Then it was like really physical dreams where I will wake up and I would touch my neck. I'm like, damn, I was getting choked out.
Someone was grabbing you.
Yeah, something was choking me. So the fourth day, I ended up saging the whole house. I got sage. I went through every single corner from this room, that room, every single corner of the whole house. And then I never had a dream like that again. Real shit.
Got them bastards
I didn't
out,
get
man.
choked out. I got them out. And the crazy thing is, when I was saging the house, true story, I can hear like the neighbor's dog. Like while I was finishing up the house, the neighbor's dog started crying like I was like, holy shit. I think they're fucking with the neighbor's dogs.
Oh, they went right next door. This stuff.
Yeah, because I can hear the neighbor's dog outside, but they're crying. You can hear like the cry voice of the dog. So I think the spirits were fucking with the dogs, the neighbor dogs.
What if the spirits weren't trying to hurt you, but what if they were like in panic mode? They were trying to do everything they can. Like, hey, they're confused.
Why would they choke me in my dream?
I would be like, please get out, please help us. Like, and
I was getting choked by 3 kids, by the way, in just one dream alone. And then I was laughing in my dream because I was like, they're kids. But I was like, why are they so strong?
these little kid hands. Oh shit.
Yeah. Then I saw like the big
So
kid,
strong.
a kid that was a teenager, choking me, and I was like, this is too tight.
What was it? Oh, that's right.
And
You
then-
did tell me.
Yeah, I was trying to
That's
like
right, you
pull.
did
His,
say that.
I was trying to pull his hand off, and then I woke up, and then my hand was like here. I was like, whoa! I was like, that's too real. And then that's what I was like. I gotta stage the house.
You know what it made me think of? You ever seen that video with the stand-up comedian Cat Williams? When he got choked out by this teenage boy.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I thought of. Just the kid was like, he yoked his ass up, and
Yeah, I remember that.
you almost sent his ass to the. You almost sent Cat Williams to the big room.
The spirit realm. Katie says I never sleep with mirrors in the bedroom, especially old mirrors.
Yeah, actually, I don't have mirrors in my room at all. To be honest, I don't. Not even a mirror.
Yeah, nobody should. It's like gateways, like doorways.
I
It really is like doorways.
I'm a guy, so I'm just kind of like I just need one mirror. But maybe I need.
Put it in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's all I got of that.
Yeah,
That's
if
the only
you put it in
mirror I
your
got.
bedroom, it's almost like you're inviting spirits that could just walk through that bitch.
Well, my mirror in my bathroom is horrifying because one day I was in my bedroom and I heard something fall in my bathroom, and I got up. I was like, "What the fuck?" My whole mirror fell.
Dude,
The only reason why I caught it is because my medicine cabinet against the wall caught the shit. But behind my mirror is this hole in the wall.
Damn.
And I try to look in it, it's like complete darkness. So I just like put the mirror back up, put some adhesive glue to make it really stick, some Gorilla Glue.
Yeah.
It hasn't fallen again. But now sometimes,
dude,
I hope my girlfriend doesn't see this, but sometimes I hear scratching inside the walls.
squirrels.
No, or I hear like shit crawling into the floor. It's weird. Maybe it might be. It might be.
Yo.
I don't know.
Speaking about stuff like falling in the house, right? I was at home one day and I heard like a playing like really loud, like banging.
Like a car?
Like it sounded like something like shattered in the house. I was like, oh shit! I was like, one of my picture frames probably shattered because it was loud, and it happened like maybe 2 a.m. So I freaked out. I know nobody came in the house because I would have heard the alarm.
Yeah.
But I went to investigate. I looked in every single room trying to find whatever fell down. I never found anything. Nothing fell down. The house was normal, but I heard like glass like shattering, like it fell down, shattered.
Like Steve, like Stone Cold walking
to
in
where
the ring.
like you heard it, you could feel like your body like shaking because it's so loud.
Shook everything.
Yeah, I was like,
Wait, when was this?
like at 2 a.m.
Do you know what day-
1, 2
it
in the
was?
morning. I don't remember what day it was.
I was laying in bed the other night. This is recently the other day. I was laying in bed.
It wasn't that recent though.
Okay. I was laying in bed the other day. My whole room started shaking. I was like, "What the fuck?" I just felt the room shift. But I was just laying in bed. It was
quick.
weird. I thought it was like the same night, maybe. I was curious.
Yeah, I heard something like fucking big that broke down. I thought like something in my bathroom fell or anything. I checked every single room. Nothing. And then I scratched my head. I was like, the fuck was that? Like, why was it so loud?
Man, it's because you heard it on the other side of the.
Yeah, it was so scary. 'cause
You heard
I
it
was
on the
like-
other side
I
of
was
the-
like, oh, I was so shocked. Katie said, there's a phenomenon they talk about hearing noises in your house. Some people hear explosion, no one else hears it. They talk about it a while ago on Coast to Coast. Hey,
I had that for
are
me.
you Coast to Coast insider?
Yes, that's why Katie Long be checking it
I
in.
listen to Coast to Coast every day.
We get coast to coast people. I realize.
Yeah, on our
TikTok.
YouTube,
Yeah, and TikTok too.
on TikTok too.
This is like their They know that we're all in the same. We're all in the same shit.
Yeah, we're all in the same community.
Yes, Katie Long says I've been listening since Art
The
Bell.
OG Art Bell.
Hell
You know what's
yeah.
crazy? Like he
R.I.P.
died on Halloween.
Yeah, maybe you told me that too. That was I don't believe in coincidences like that.
It's wild, right?
That's a special death right there. Man.
It is wow.
But shout out to him, man. He was
They got George Norrie holding it down. He's doing pretty good.
Yeah, they're not even on AM anymore. They're still doing like on
I'm not sure where they're on.
I used to listen to
I
Art
just
Bell.
subscribe to them on the app, and then I get all the shows through the app.
That's why I need to listen to him on next. I still listen to like old shit on YouTube from Art Bell back in when I used to listen to him when I was a kid.
He has that voice, man.
He does. It's soothing, man. I don't know what it is, man.
He makes everybody feel normal.
Yeah, man.
Bob says, remember how I always smell smoke at the old house? You know what's crazy? How she said like the smoke stuff. Like I actually saw like a Instagram post about someone saying, if you smell smoke like within your area, most likely you're surrounded by spirits. And I was like, damn. I was like, when we were young, we used to always like smell smoke like in the house and stuff.
Really? I didn't
Yeah,
know
like
that.
it always smells like we're sitting on the couch. It smells like someone just like inhale and blow smoke straight in their face because it
Now,
smells like cigarette smoke.
Okay, so what type of smoke? Is it cigarette or like
Yeah,
burning
cigarette.
wood?
Yeah,
Okay.
555, you know,
Okay, yeah, that's the best
Marlboro
smoke.
Light or whatever.
Marlboro Red.
Yeah,
All up in your face. And Kitty said something about Clyde Lewis. No, I'm trying to look him up. I've never, at least not off the top of my head, I've never heard of Clyde Lewis. But
we're about to close out. We're like overtime right now,
yeah,
but we thank everybody for joining us tonight. We got the OGs up in here.
hell yeah,
Thank
thank
you,
you guys. Katie, good to
Bob
see you
back
again.
in the house for a long time.
Yes, Bob.
We got the new guys like Jamo. I forgot his name.
What?
Our new subscriber.
Oh, with Jam.
Yeah.
With Jam. Yeah, yeah. With
Thank
Jam.
you.
With
Thank you,
Jam. No.
guys.
Yes, we're bad with names, but we're trying to get this down.
We'll be back next week, same time, same place, 6 o'clock on Tuesday.
Hell yes. You guys be safe out there, please.
Peace out, adios. Like don't let the ghosts like drag you into the next dimension.
No,
Don't take their hand,
hold on.
even if it's your own face. Don't take their hand.
Don't trust it.
Right, guys. Peace out, adios. We
See you
love you.
guys.
Stay safe.
See it.
It's not illegal to notice on the music. It's illegal to